guys, ETA, DA have sent a very strong message, and they are saying, hey guys, but do not vote look, ANC, MK party, EFF, but if you vote for these three, something worse will happen in this country. They are saying, do not vote for these people. No matter what, they are saying, no matter how drunk you are, no matter how nice your alcohol may be, do not think about voting ANC and the DA, but do not even think about it. That should not even come near or anywhere near your thought. I know, okay, some of you guys will say, bonds, bonds, bonds. Where do you get the audacity to tell us what the DA said? Hi, comrade. Whoa. Relax. I'm just a messenger passing a message. If you want to fight, Kenelani DA. But it is DA. ANC, useless. EFF, useless. MK, useless. All of them combined, they are useless. And those parties that do not want to vote for, do not want to come into the multi-charter, all of them that are useless. Guys, it's not me. If you've got a problem, DA, not me. DA are saying all of you guys are useless. And those of you who are supporting those political parties, obviously you are useless. And that's what they are saying. It's not me, guys. Please, ngiyanicela. Ngiyanicela. Hayi bo. Ngiyanicela bo. Kodwa ke we'll talk about it. Yeah. DA yangithusa mina. DA. God, DA yangithusa mfethu. Ithi DA hayi laba bona ningabavoteli laba. Laba maybe we'll talk about a lot of things that are happening in this country. Stage C, stage 16 is coming, and blah blah. Maybe, just maybe they've got a point somewhere, right? And we'll talk about all of those things. But before we dive into all of that, I put it to you that you do the following. If you are not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Come on, good people, because to subscribe it is free, to like the video it is free, to comment in the comment section below it is free of charge, to click the notification bell it is free of charge, to share this video it is free of charge, to watch this video until the end it is free of charge. Also, good people, come on, to watch the ads it's free of charge, and that's how you financially contribute to this YouTube channel. Speaking about financially contributing to the channel, you can become a member of this YouTube channel from as little as 20 Rand a month. You can also use the super thanks button. In case you don't want to do that, guys, there is a way where you can use my media company banking details to donate to the channel, and you know what I'm saying, we'll bring you more, and also guys want to buy more equipment. So the power is in your hands. Please do the honorable thing as we proceed. Okay. Having done the following, I'm gonna play you the video of ETA, where ETA is like, hey, bafwe. Yeah. Oh, la. Maybe they've got a point somehow. I don't know, but not towards MK and the EFF, towards ANC. Guys, recently they have passed something called stage 16. And I've got a problem with this. And my problem is, if in South Africa we are not planning to have load shedding, why do we have such things approved? If we are not planning to have load shedding, that is to say, clearly we are planning to have load shedding. So maybe if you consider that and you look at the ANC, you kind of feel like the ANC. You know what I'm saying? Like the ANC, they are a disappointment. Those ones, they are full of disappointment. But again, I'm pleased to inform you that you know what I'm saying. You've got a choice this time. You're either gonna vote ETA, or you're either gonna vote ETA, DA, EFF, or MK. But for me, I see a possible coalition between DA and EFL. Sorry, not DA. I see a possibility of a coalition between EFF and MK. I see that being neutral. Why? Even Malema said it the other time that they share similar values. So why not? You know what I'm saying? I just see that being a highest possibility ever. You know what I'm saying? But let me do the right thing. And that is to play or allow you to watch the video and hear yourself ETA saying, yeah, 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 yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they're angry. Looking at me, I'm sure they're very angry. They're like, "Bongani Australia God." Okay, take a look at what they said here.
The moment that the DA has been warning about has now arrived. In just 24 days, the country will go to the polls and vote in what will be the most important election since 1994. As the DA's latest advertisement indicates and demonstrates, we face a clear binary choice in this election. And that binary choice will determine whether we resuscitate our South African dream or whether our dreams are literally burnt to ashes. After the 29th of May, South Africa will either be governed by a doomsday coalition between the ANC and the EFF and possibly MK, as well as many smaller parties that are outside of the multi-party charter. Or South Africa will be governed by a new multi-party charter government, with the DA fulfilling its role as a strong anchor party based on our size and our track record of good governance. So I call on all South Africans to engage seriously with the urgent message conveyed by this particular advertisement. I repeat that there's only one way to prevent an ANC-EFF doomsday, and that is to vote for the DA. In this election, a vote for the DA is not only a vote for a strong and experienced party to anchor a new government to rescue South Africa, it's also a vote for the biggest possible roadblock to prevent and oppose the ANC-EFF nexus wherever it rears its ugly head across the country. And so my message to the people of South Africa is clear. Don't be responsible for unleashing the doomsday on South Africa by staying at home on election day. Don't sit back and allow the ANC and the EFF to determine your and your family's future. It's now the patriotic duty of every single South African, and every freedom-loving South African who wants to rescue our country from a doomsday scenario to make sure that they come out and vote on election day on the 29th of May. Because in this election, the stakes are too high to stay at home.
Well, the alternative to being rescued is dying. That's the point. If someone's drowning, you hope to rescue them. If someone's fallen into a very deep, dark pit, you try to rescue them. Because the alternative to being rescued is dying. And that is the message we're trying to get across to South Africa. It is not 5 minutes to midnight in South Africa. It's 7 minutes past midnight in South Africa, and the clock is ticking. And the longer South Africans wait to vote for the DA, the harder it's going to be to rescue this country and apply mouth-to-mouth resuscitation to it. Fortunately, we managed to rescue the Western Cape in 2009, and we have to try and rescue many other parts of South Africa as soon as possible to give us a chance.
All right. So I'm going to have to ask you some of uncomfortable questions here. I'm aware that you probably, you know what I'm saying, you're not willing to answer such. You know, when it comes to the ANC, we have often said the ANC does not have a power or does not have the right to tell us that, you know what, we will do this, we will end load shedding. They had 6 years to end load shedding. If they are not willing to end load shedding, or if they could not end load shedding in 6 years, they can't speak. They can't allow. They can't say we must have faith on them, not on the basis of their works. They had a privilege. They had an opportunity to demonstrate their capabilities because they had 6 years, right? In other words, I'm saying, if you have wasted 6 years and you did nothing, it's pointless to vote you by faith if you had failed in the 6 years. So I often say they are supposed to look at, they are supposed to point at the things that they've done for South Africa and be like, look at what we have done here and here and here and here and here. Because of the things that we have done here and here and here and here and here, trust us that we will also accomplish this and this and this and this and that. You know what I'm saying? They had, if they were serious about it, now they would have been using the things that they have done in the past to build faith and channel people to the things that they will do in the future. If they fail in the past dismally, so there's nothing to point, why vote the ANC? The same applies with DA. If you want to judge DA, they've been governing Cape Town and other areas there for a very longest of time since yeah. I mean, if we want to see whether or not they are capable of governing the whole entire country, go to Cape Town. Here's another thing. Here's a perfect example in Cape Town, right? I spoke about that. I spoke about this previously, but it just makes sense that I need to bring it back. In Cape Town, guys, I'm gonna give you two stories in that happened in Cape Town. You can go now and see if I'm lying. Just do it now. One, I've got a friend of mine who was working in this very big company that they were doing advertisement and all the stuff. So he goes to Cape Town. He's earning very comfortably. He's supposed to easily qualify to get this bone, to get an apartment. His salary allows him to do so. In Joburg, he gets an apartment with twinkling of an eye because he's got a good credit score. He's earning good. You know what I'm saying? So in Joburg, it's very much okay to get any apartment of his choice. Then the company happens to send him to Cape Town. He gets to Cape Town. He must find his place in Cape Town because Cape Town was designed never to accommodate black people, right? Guess what? In order for him to find an apartment, though he qualifies, though he has all the right papers, he can even get the letter of appointment from the company he was working for. Though he has all of those things, but because Cape Town is governed by DA, which controls it through racism, where black people are not allowed to even rent an apartment in Cape Town. He couldn't get an apartment. He had to get a white person that will apply for him. I'm not for him to get that apartment. As and when he gets that apartment, as and when that white person gets the approval of that apartment, then gets to hand it over to this black person. It's as if you are being borrowed this apartment because you don't qualify to live in that apartment. And this white person, you're probably earning the same amount of money, but the qualification is the skin. Where the DA governs, they've never ended that racism. Look, another story. Somebody told me about this story where they travel to Cape Town, right? They are working. The company is here in Joburg, so they are working here in Joburg. On a specific day, on that day, they traveled to Cape. They were supposed to go to Cape Town and fix something. They were there for a period of 2 weeks, right? This is what happened. So, like, here's an example. They leave Joburg today to go to Cape Town, right? They are driving to Cape Town with the company vehicle. So they drove to Cape Town. They get to Cape Town, right? When they get to by the time they get to Cape Town, listen to Cape from Joburg to Cape Town. That the boss that side, their boss started to search for an apartment because the apartment that he was searching for was for a black person. He couldn't get an apartment, right? They've been searching for that apartment. You know what I'm saying? He said this guy only managed to secure an apartment just 1 hour before their arrival. 1 hour, and he says we spent over 12 hours or almost 24 hours on the road, right? This guy was trying to find an apartment, and not that the apartments were not available, but because the people that you are looking apartment for, they are black. You couldn't find an apartment. In Cape Town, guys, there's something that exists in Cape Town even today. In fact, before I get into the next story, right? Today, guys, look, you see the first story that I told you about, a friend of mine that went to search for an apartment in Cape Town, and the result. You see the second one where I told you about these guys who are who are working for a company in Joburg. If you disbelieve what I say, go and see it yourself. Just go and ask people who are living in Cape Town, and they will tell you their experience and tell you, you will come back and tell me what has been your finding in Cape Town today. Now, let me give you the third story. I'm talking about the place where DA governs, by the way. Let me tell you about the third story, right? A third story is this one where in Cape Town, this is happening in Cape Town, right? Say, for instance, that there's an apartment in Cape Town that is up for sale, right? And you like that apartment, you want to buy an apartment in Cape Town. There are places in Cape Town where you will never, because of the color of your skin, you will never be allowed to invest in the economy as a Cape Town. Why? Because of the color of your skin, right? Even if you see that this apartment is, look, it's worth 1.5 million, and you have that 1.5 million, and your white counterpart does not have that one. They will rather wait for them and wait for them to go get the money, not to give it. They will never give it to you because why? You are a black person. That's an area where DA governs, right? So uh I'm saying there's racism, and I'm not even, why I don't wanna twist my words and make it look like, I'm not saying it. I am saying now, let me repeat it. I am saying now, as of now, in 2024, there is racism in Cape Town, right? Where you, as a black person, you will never be allowed to rent an apartment in Cape Town, as of now, right? There are places in Cape Town, as of now. You, as a black person, you will never be allowed to buy a property in Cape Town. There are places you'll never be allowed to buy a property in Cape Town, right? That's why the story of them even having their own local fine, having their own currency, right? You remember them at some point. You remember them coming up with a different flag than the South African flag in Cape Town, right? There are places where you will never be allowed. Your flag is not allowed. Your money is not allowed. That's why now there is this conversation about Cape independence, because they don't see themselves as part and parcel of South Africa. That is happening now, and now, right? So what will happen if they get to govern the whole country? That's a question. It's a rhetorical question. In fact, if you like, you can answer me in the comment section below. Mind you, we've started by the ANC. I told you what the ANC has been doing. It's not a train smash. Let look. I just told you about what they've been doing, and we're not afraid to criticize them. Now I'm telling you about the DA. I'm saying equally so. I'm saying ANC has been wasting our time. We've got load shedding. They are planning to bring more load shedding after that, after elections, right? They've done nothing for the past 6 years. They've been so useless. If you are voting for them, what are you saying? DA, they've been full of racism in Cape Town. If you allow such people to govern the country, what are you saying? No matter how drunk you are, not these two political parties, never. No matter how, no matter the alcohol, no matter the slay queen, no la la la. So maybe she's so beautiful, you are drunk of her beauty or whatever. No matter the man you are dating, DA, ANC, bad news. Those ones, send them packing. Both send them packing. I'm telling you, I'm prepared to have DA. I'm prepared. Hey, I'm going to clean my mouth. I'm prepared to have MK governing this country. I'm prepared to have EFF governing this country, but not these two political parties, or ANC and the ANC and the EDA. Both are useless.